Alrighty guys, so with the home workouts, today we're going to have a talk about creating an odd object for weight. Now most of the training with our home gym options, we can cater for our gymnastic stuff using our body weight. We can keep our monostructural or our cardio going with things like burpees or even running, and some of us have machines at home. But where we seem to struggle a little bit is creating some weight. So we might not have a barbell and we may not also have dumbbells. So today we're going to look at some options for creating odd objects to use in our home workouts. First of all, we could use a backpack. So this is just going to be a regular old backpack, and what you can do is just stuff it with things that's going to increase the weight. So for example, we could chuck a ball in there, we could get some water bottles. Now we could also grab a bag of rice or anything like that that is just going to add some weight. Now if things are moving around a little bit in your backpack, what you can do is get a towel or some old clothes, jam them in there, and that will really sort of fill it out and stop whatever you put in there moving around too much. So then we just zip it up. And there we have it. Good to go. We've got something with a little bit of weight in it that we can use for swings or carries or anything like that. Obviously, the more weight you can put in there, depending on what movement you're going to do, the better off you're going to be. The second option we have is a standard duffel bag. So just a duffel bag you might have. You can even use some shopping bags if you want, from Woolies or Coles or wherever, and you could use those, put a couple of them together or stuff a few inside of the others. But what you can do is you can grab a duffel bag. Now at Bunnings or your local hardware or anywhere for that matter, you can generally pick up some multi-purpose sand already in a plastic bag. So it looks much like this. You might just want to put it inside a few garbage bags, layer it up, just in case it busts, it won't spill into your nice bag there. So from then, we just pop it into the bag. Pretty straightforward. We then have our ready-made sandbag. We can use that for doing deadlifts, for doing grounder overheads, even for doing some Russian swings with the bag there. So a lot of different options, and of course we can use it for a sandbag carry as well. So we can just pop that up on the shoulders and add a little bit of a challenging movement for our runs and whatever else we might be doing for the workout. Lastly, we have a bit more of a rigid object. So just a carton of water. So next time you're at Woolies or Coles, you can pick up a carton of 500ml water bottles, and we can simply use that as it is. Again, you might want to get some tape or something from Bunnings to wrap around it, make it a little bit more sturdy. But we can use this for deadlifts. We can pop it up, go overhead with it. It's not really practical for carrying or running with it. We can also use it for goblet squats, etc. But it is an option if we're looking for something a little bit more rigid. Alrighty team, so that's our few options for creating an odd object. Don't be limited by my creativity. Feel free to use what you have at home. You could use water containers, water jugs to do farmers carries, so your 20-litre drums or your jerry cans. There's a myriad of things that you could use. So get creative with this one, guys. Find something that's relatively sturdy, that's you're not going to break all the time, and that isn't going to give you too much grief in terms of when you're lifting it. It's not going to dig into you with any sharp edges or anything like that. Alright guys, I look forward to seeing some odd objects out there in amongst your training, and make sure you throw us some photos and videos of them. Alright team, go for it.